What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we're going to be finishing off Keep Your Distance with Maximilian. So I'll run through this a couple of times, and I think Max is going to be one of the more interesting characters to do this with, since he basically has to stay relatively close to keep his fire accurate, but he also has a good amount of stuns and high damage attacks. So let's see what we can make of it.
Guess who's back?
Alright, so we have our AoE healing aura to start with, and our big watch bow. So
Twice, cut once. I'll just leave this right here. You'll never notice this.
excuse me. Now to get this started, let's go ahead and just probably be better
Whoopsie!
there.
Almost hurt myself on that. I'll just leave this right here.
Whoops, did not
You'll
mean to
never
do that.
notice this.
Alright, set up the grinders here.
Twice, cut once.
Grinders are probably one of your best damage options for this particular map.
I'll just leave this right here.
Set those up.
You'll never notice this.
Max's discount also makes these particularly good. And if we sell this, we can start a barricade over here. Now, I used to route the enemies through here, but what I want to do now
Whoopsie!
is see if we
Almost
can
hurt myself on
actually
that.
make use of our Quartermaster Guardian,
Time to defend our barracks against the force.
because I was not doing that properly before. Let's go ahead and drop our dragon over there. Dragon won't be used until, what was it, the moon? That won't even tell me right now. We'll see if we can get some use out of him on the last wave. Until then, he won't really be of any use whatsoever. Max has a pretty sizable mana pool compared to the majority of the characters in the game too. So we should be able to use that to our advantage. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get this started.
The enemy has opened a minion portal.
That said, I probably could have actually used the mana wall instead of that barricade.
They've broken through a gate.
This is shotgun here. Fire that boy.
Okay, I am not losing that.
Stunning. Set up the 3 attacks. And then that pretty much takes care of the majority of stuff that I can hopefully just sit here and fire these off while my mana reserves regenerate. And it looks like we are good to go. Going to grab Aim to Please. I like actually getting my accuracy back. And then we are
I'll
going
just leave
to
this right here.
stack
I'll never
these
notice this.
while we can.
Crossbow in the line of cool.
And then we're going to basically do the same thing. Drop the flames there. Use the lightning as well. There should be... There we go. I was waiting for that hunter to come out, and he came right on time. And that's just like super easy to get this done with, as long as the enemies are grouped up. The AoE damage from the lightning attacks stacks wonderfully, and the minor but overall very good buffs that they gave to Max also makes him feel much better now. He does slightly more damage. He's just slightly better at everything. He was already a jack of all trades of sorts, so now he's still a jack of all trades, just a better jack. Alright, so
Twice, cut once.
let's disregard this area. We want to have all the enemies sort of path around here.
I'll never notice this. Whoopsie, almost hurt myself on that. I'll just leave this right here. Measure twice,
Alright,
cut
so
once.
everybody's coming this way. What we want to do
You'll
here
never notice this. Whoopsie,
is all
almost hurt
kinds of
myself
edge.
on that.
And
I'll
this,
just leave this right here.
burn them
Never
on the
notice
way in.
this.
And then of course we'll slow them
Twice, cut once.
on all of the grinders.
You'll never notice this.
And on one of them we will place another
I'll just leave this
brimstone,
right
and
here.
then we have this guy here
Whoopsie,
just to make sure the
almost hurt
packing stays
myself on that.
consistent.
Measure twice, cut once.
Our enemies
Alright, and
are
because our max
breaking
is
through
still kind
again.
of pulling, so we can put
You'll
ballistas
never notice this.
up here. And that's pretty much the map. There'll be some guys that come behind me. If they don't have arrows, they're not scary. And ultimately, this map would basically finish itself now. The reason for the ballista and the grinders is
They've broken
basically
through a gate.
because those still orcs. This guy. What are you doing? Alright. So they blocked the shot, but I still got the lightning damage.
Zippity doo dah.
That's interesting mechanics there. Let's go ahead and add that there for me. So the grinders will jam up, but then as soon as they start up again, the full DPS is restored, and you can get some crazy stuff there. Alright. Flame grab in the kisser. That should make it really easy for us to take down the bosses at the end of this. Can actually start setting up for the bosses now, most likely. Now there's one more boss that's going to start off over here. There's also these guys. It's like they know you're going to try to blockade here, so send out the explosives. And after you take care of them, you're pretty much good. Could probably
I'll just leave this
put
right
one of
here.
those there. For the non-skill orcs. Alright, get out of the way there. Just gonna have to let them die by their own design. Actually, that we can definitely do too. Alright, making good use of that lightning. Alright, we will finish this up pretty quick without much effort, if any at all. And while those guys are sort of being picked off, I'll go ahead and set this up.
Measure twice, cut once. They'll never notice this. Whoopsie, almost hurt myself on that.
That trap goes on the wall.
They will not reach the ring.
I'll just leave this right here. They'll never notice this.
Alright, I think... No, I don't see any call-outs or anything for bosses or mercenaries, so...
The
Yeah,
boss minion has
there we
entered
go.
the
I was
battlefield.
waiting for it. And he did disappoint. Alright, so Orcs coming out here. Oh, I missed
Our
that.
barricades are under attack.
And that's one for
Boss minion defeated.
take him out before he actually gets to do anything interesting. And then you are okay. The Guardian can pick off pretty much anything that comes through here.
I must stop 400. You need to get to bed. You will pay for this.
Gotta stay away from that guy so he actually dies. Don't let them get too close. And the rest of them will kill each other. Alright, so now, back to this.
Measure twice, cut once.
Over here, just a ton of ballista.
I'll just leave this right here. They'll never notice this.
Enemies boss is on its way! This is through on another front!
Whoopsie, almost hurt myself on that. They'll never notice this.
They've broken through a gate!
Goal
They
is just
summoned
to
the
slow
boss
things
minion!
down and deal a ton of damage in the fire. Make the tower gets measured before it gets too far. It's great. Let me not stand on them. That's important
A
too.
boss is on its way! The enemy's boss
You
is
can't kill
down!
anybody if you're healing them.
Boss defeated!
Better.
Alright, so where's... There we go.
The enemy's boss is dead!
We're good.
And there we go. I think that was my best score so far. And that was my last chest. So yeah, not too great in the rankings, but that's not really what I was going for. But Max actually makes that much easier than I'd initially expected. I thought that Deadeye would really have the edge, but Max was actually surprisingly good. I guess those buffs make a bigger difference than I originally thought. Either way, that's it for this week's weekly challenge. That's it with all 3 heroes. And it should pretty much be good for posterity unless they decide to tweak or nerf anyone else. But I think I'm going to put this up, then you guys should see the end of the Deadeye run, and then, I don't know, we'll see what I'll put up afterwards. I'm not 100% sure. There's a few things that I want to work on, and I'm going to get started on those right after this is done. Either way, hope this helps you guys out, or at least this teaches you something. If this challenge rolls back around, you guys should be able to use this for it. But either way, thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for watching. And until next time, as always, have a good one, guys.